In today's 1-400 real-life replica of Orlando MCO International Airport, I will first be revealing Airsides 3 and 4 in 1-400 scale. Project MCO has officially begun, so sit back, relax, and enjoy part 1 of Orlando MCO International Airport. Here we go! Part 1 of Project MCO will officially begin right now. I hope all of you enjoy. Here we go. And as I mentioned earlier, this is part 1 of MCO International Airport in 1-400 scale. Over here at the gate, we have this Frontier Airlines Airbus A321neo in the America's Greenest Airline livery, prepping up for the flight out to Oklahoma City, Oklahoma. It'll depart the gate in 25 minutes for the flight out to Oklahoma City. Hopefully Spirit Airlines doesn't go under the water with their bankruptcy. That's a horrible joke, because we're having water in the backdrop over here. Over here, we have the Spirit Airlines Airbus A320, prepping up for the flight and taxiing out to Newark Liberty. And how about a Spirit Airlines Airbus A321 with a Wi-Fi dome? Over here we have the Spirit Airlines Airbus A321 by GeminiJets, cleaning out the aircraft to the fuel, the lav truck, and getting some fuel on board for the next flight. This aircraft is prepping up for the next flight out to Fort Lauderdale, Florida. Over here, just arriving at the gate and is departing all of its bags, passengers, and goods, we have the Spirit Airlines Airbus A321neo arriving at the airport from the flight from Nashville, Tennessee. And also arriving at the gates, we have the Spirit Airlines Airbus A320. The Spirit Airlines Airbus A320 is an offensive sibling, and it's by NG Models, an excellent model. This aircraft is just arriving at the gate from the flight from Dallas-Fort Worth and is hooking up to the gate as we speak right now. And the last of the Spirit Airlines aircraft that we'll see before they go completely bankrupt.
I declare bankruptcy!
We have the Spirit Airlines Airbus A321 just hooking up the gate and is ready to board up its first passengers. This aircraft will depart the gate in 1 hour for the flight out to New York LaGuardia today. And many of you have been asking where I buy my model airplanes. Currently, I am doing a sale with Executive Display Desktop Models, doing business as Newark Airlines Show. This store is located in Hopewell, New Jersey, and you can currently save 10% off of any purchase by mentioning my channel, Hawaiian Air 2121. Just mention that to Paul or Rob at the store, and you will save 10% off at this amazing store. Check out this store for model airplanes, cars, and trains, and it's a fantastic store. So if you haven't already visited Hopewell, New Jersey, check out Executive Display Desktop Models, doing business as Newark Airlines Show. Back to the airport update, if you will. Over here, we have the Southwest Airlines Boeing 737-700. This aircraft is first throwing up its passengers for the flight out to Indianapolis, Indiana. And arriving at the gates and waiting for the gate to lower to reach the L1 boarding door, we have the Southwest Airlines Boeing 737-800 arriving at the airport and gates. This aircraft arrived at the airport from the flight from Chicago Midway and is currently waiting for the gate crew to lower the gates. Another Southwest Airlines Boeing 737-800. The Southwest Airlines Boeing 737-800 is first boarding up its passengers and is waiting for the final pieces of cargo. This aircraft will depart the gate in 25 minutes for the flight out to New Orleans, Louisiana. And first for our new models, how about this? We have the Southwest Airlines Boeing 737-800 in the Triple Crown 1 livery. Wow, this is such a stunning model by NG Models. This aircraft is getting its catering on board the aircraft and will depart the gates in 1 hour for the flight out to, you guessed it, Denver, Colorado. And over here we have the Southwest Airlines Boeing 737-700, the airline that loves to charge for their bags.
Stop it. Get some help.
We have the Southwest Airlines Boeing 737-700, heavily being catered with bags and passengers. This aircraft will depart the gates for the flight out to Baltimore Thurgood International Airport. And back to Frontier Airlines.
Oh shit, here we go again.
We have this Frontier Airlines Airbus A320neo in the Flo the Flamingo tail. This is a stunning model by Aeroclassics. This aircraft is arriving at the gates from the flight from Raleigh-Durham, North Carolina. And up next at the gate, we have this Frontier Airlines Airbus A320 in the Orville the Red Cardinal livery. This aircraft is hard standing at the gate and will begin the boarding process in 35 minutes for the flight out to Buffalo, New York today. Before we begin to the other airside, we have this Frontier Airlines Airbus A320neo to everybody's surprise. This Frontier Airlines Airbus A320neo in the Mia the Dolphin tail is also arriving at the gates from the flight from Chicago ORD today. We also have this Frontier Airlines Airbus A321 in the Courtney the Cougar tail, such a stunning aircraft livery. This aircraft is heavily being catered with bags and catering for the flight out to Santo Domingo today. Alrighty, starting us off for the next airside, as if we haven't had enough planes already. Over here we have this Delta Airlines Airbus A321neo. This aircraft is just arriving at the gate with the tug and is arriving at the airport from the flight from Boston, Massachusetts. And by God, we probably have the most detailed NG Models aircraft in this airport update. We have this Delta Airlines Boeing 767-300 with the 2 Wi-Fi domes. What a fantastic job NG Models did with this aircraft. Too bad they're busy focusing on releasing Chinese aircraft instead. This aircraft is just arriving at the gate from the flight from Atlanta and is just hard standing at the gate right now. And preparing the final boarding call, we have this Delta Airlines, or Delta Connection rather, Embraer E175. This Delta Connection Embraer E175 is doing its final boarding call for the flight out to Louisville, Kentucky today. Arriving at the gate, we have this Volaris Airways Airbus A319 arriving at the airport from the flight from Guadalajara today. I know this is usually operating on an A321. Unfortunately, my A321 is currently boxed up, so we'll settle for this A319 arriving at the airport from Guadalajara today. Our second new model over here, we have the Star Alliance United Airlines Boeing 737-800. This is the GeminiJets version of this aircraft. This aircraft is heavily being catered with cargo and bags for the flight out to Newark Liberty International Airport, one of the world's most luxurious airports.
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man?
Up next, we have this United Airlines Boeing 737-900, also receiving its fuel and catering. This aircraft will depart the gate in 1 hour and 30 minutes for the flight out to Chicago ORD today. And of course, we have the Flying Pencil, or the Boeing 757-300, United Airlines, of course. This aircraft arrived at the gate 1 hour ago from Denver, Colorado, and is currently refueling up for the next flight. And starting us off for the One World carriers, we have this Alaska Airlines Boeing 737-900, receiving its catering and bags and care cargo. This aircraft will depart the gate in 45 minutes for San Diego, California. And over here, we have this American Airlines Airbus A321 in the PSA Heritage livery, getting its catering and cargo on board as well. It will begin boarding up its first passengers in 15 minutes for the turn out to, you guessed it, Dallas-Fort Worth International Airport. Arriving at the airport, we have this American Airlines Airbus A321 with sharklets. Arriving at the airport and departing all of its bags and passengers, this aircraft arrived at the airport from Phoenix Sky Harbor. And over here, we have this American Airlines Airbus A319 with sharklets. This aircraft is just beginning to first board up its passengers for the short flight out to Miami today. And the last aircraft of today's airport update, we have this Virgin Atlantic Airbus A330-300. This aircraft is heavily being catered with cargo, bags, and catering for the flight out to London Heathrow, and will depart the gate in 1 hour and 30 minutes. And that is pretty much all of part 1 of Orlando MCO International Airport. Now, many of you guys are wondering, where's JetBlue, Emirates, British Airways, Avianca, Copa, and all the international carriers? That will be in part 2 of Orlando MCO International Airport, which should be out in a week or two. Just because the Orlando MCO is just such a massive airport. The file would just be so big and be up to a 30-minute long airport video. So this is divide them up into 2. Orlando MCO will be divided up into 2 airport updates each at a time. Part 1 or Airsides 3 and 4, and Part 2 or Terminal C. So that will be how I will be doing Orlando MCO International Airport updates. I hope all of you guys enjoyed this new editing style and the new airport update of MCO. Please comment below what you thought about it. And if you haven't already subscribed, I'd highly recommend and appreciate if you would subscribe, as we're on the road to 1,500 subscribers. This is Hawaiian Air 2121 signing off, encouraging you to subscribe and looking forward to seeing you in part 2 of Orlando MCO. Have a good one!